in at center, and it's Simmons in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, Lillard and Sharp are the guards. The forwards, Hart and Grant, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Durant against Lillard. Outside Irving. Nice move, and it's good on the lay-in.
You just never know where the shots are going to come from Kyrie on the inside. So creative with his finishes.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's Sharp. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Well, Brent, Portland has made a name for itself as a perennial contender.
Well, the recent success started with Dame, and with the exception of his rookie year. They've made the playoffs every year since, except last year when he was hurt. So Lillard has single-handedly changed Blazers basketball.
Here's Sharp after the basket by Brooklyn. And there's the rejection. Durant with it. He's picked up by Lillard. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Grizzlies. They're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Seeing where the Nets are, they've had an intriguing start to the season. Recently, they've strung together some wins. You get the feeling that their confidence is really growing.
Now here's Hart. In his last outing, 8 points for him. And Nurkic with the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard seeking out his teammates, just trying to get it to the right guy. He was uncovered.
Durant inside. He's covered by Grant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Kevin Durant post Achilles surgery. No apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the third highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
And both free throws good for Durant.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves, trying to put together a championship caliber team.
Here's Sharp to the left wing. Grant left side. Lillard outside. Back to Grant. 6 to shoot. Here's Sharp. Tipped. Outside Durant. Driving in. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And KD, now in his 30s, still continues to play with that bouncy, childlike energy. He loves the game.
Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches.
Here's Irving. No luck on that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
It's really hard to know what to expect when teams play only twice a year. Makes it a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, this one will be for sure. Interconference matchups are always pretty fascinating just because of timing on scouting and how often you watch teams like this affect some of the unpredictability of the East-West battle.
Outside Hart. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Looking at players with limitless range, Grant. Damian Lillard right at the top of that list.
Oh, B.A. And Lillard, he can just make it look so easy. He gets a lot of his strength on his shot from his legs. On the short list for players you don't mind pulling up from the logo.
Voted one of the top 75 NBA players of all time. We should be enjoying the seasons that Damian Lillard is putting up in the next couple of years.
Well, even after after it appeared that there was a falling out, Kyrie Irving remains a Brooklyn Net. Now, I suppose cooler heads prevail, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Irving on the move here in the near future.
And the Blazers making a change here. Hayden's checked in.
Kyrie's such an unpredictable player in a lot of ways, but when he's on, there's few players in the league that can match up with his pure scoring ability. Well, we've seen Anthony Simons gradually progress over time and given opportunity with Lillard being hurt last year. And this guy is showing that he's an offensive guy and ready to explode.
And Brent Simons is one of those guards you love having in your rotation.
Yep, a volume three-point shooter. And the one thing about him, BA, that's standing out is the ability off the bounce to get to that shot. He's very good at a young age.
Now here's Payton. Takes it inside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And for Little, that's a quality find right there, just dropping that pass.
Outside Curry from behind the arc. And the Nets miss again.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Simons outside. Pass to Eubanks. It's Winslow on the wing. And again, it's Portland with a three.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Portland leading. There's Simons with a three. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Basket counts.
Well, if he wants to, Kyrie can drive at will. He's got out of this world shake and bake moves.
And here's Simons outside. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. It's the Trailblazers up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Nasir Little. And it's Eubanks in at the 5. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Pass to Eubanks. The Trailblazers rebound. Simons outside. Grant the screen. And it's Simons penetrating. 5 on the clock. Grant's shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, up until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Irving. Blocked! And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Grant. Now Simons. Grant with a screen on Irving. Here's Little. There's the triple. Fires in the triple. Little's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brooklyn trailing. Durant with a screen on Simons. Irving, the pass to Durant. And yep, it's good.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Portland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And the Trailblazers call time here. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team a bunch of points and energy to put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that one.
Yes, it's good. Lillard's got 7.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Lillard against Irving. Over Lillard. And Irving gets it to go. He's got 11.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Grant with a screen on Irving. Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
And Lillard, you don't see it much, but man, when he gets up, that's an exciting play. You look at the resume of one Damian Lillard, and there's just no shortage of clutch moments and amazing individual performances in big playoff games.
And with Lillard, he has to be considered among the best point guards of this generation, Brett.
Well, he said some interesting things with regards to comparisons, B.A. There's only one player at his position that he can accept being ranked behind, and that's Steph Curry. You talk about two guys up in the stratosphere of where point guards of today's game are playing, and Dame is sitting on that cloud nine with Steph.
Winslow's checked in for Portland. Payton comes in for Sharp. Both free throws good from Irving. All right, Brad, you're part of the front office. Take back the curtain a little here. What do you guys do that the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, the draft process is a lot more in depth than people would ever realize. And one of the biggest things, BA, that you have to take into account is what it is, not just talent-wise you're inviting into the building, but the character and how it fits around what you've already established. So taking one guy that might be a player that you think is a great player might not be great for the current team that you have. And so the layers, they run pretty deep.
And he makes a first. And both free throws good for Lillard.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Irving against Hart. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And looking at the 2K leaderboard, here are the top glass cleaners over the past 10 games. Well, you look at Claxton, third in rebounding, a force down low. And, of course, Kevin Durant, he's also having a strong season on the glass.
And you got to love watching them go to work on the boards. These two just put on their hard hats and go after any rebound they can get.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the second quarter. Connects from downtown.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Irving, the pass to Simmons. Simmons is doubled. Irving for three. And it's Portland with a rebound.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Lillard against Irving. Here's Nurkic. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Nets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 8 points.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Pass to Lillard. And Durant with the block.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 5.
In general, they're finding good looks from beyond the arc, steadily improving as this game's going along.
And it's Irving missing. Portland has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Winslow, and that one is stuffed right through.
Man, can he still get into the dunk contest? What a dunk by Winslow.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Here's Irving. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Damian Lillard picks one up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line. Trying their best to catch up. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter. They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
Pass to Eubanks. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Eubanks, he's gotten his second bucket of the game.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And so I love his aggressiveness, getting buckets on buckets.
All right, now I think, thanks as always.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Nash's 5. The talented pair of Simmons and Durant are the 3 and the 4. Irving and Curry, they man the backcourt together. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Three-pointer Sharp. Rebound Brooklyn. Simmons has got 4 rebounds now. And Josh Hart listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He does. I mean, just so strong on defense in the post, BA. Often will guard up a position, and his rebounding numbers show he plays well above his listed height.
Nurkic a screen on Irving. For 3, here's Lillard. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And you have to appreciate Lillard tonight just showing this kind of effort and not afraid again to put his team on his back.
Nice move. And it's laid up and in by Irving. Irving's got 17 points.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Lillard outside. Lets it fly. The rebound by Simmons. Simmons has got 5 rebounds in the game.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
The kick out, Curry. It's stolen by Hart. To the middle. Here's Sharp. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Goes up. And the play by Durant as he finishes it off for 2 more. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Lillard passes to Grant. Ooh, Durant with some nice D.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. So for the Blazers, Winslow's checked in for Nurkic, and Simon is subbed in for Damian Lillard. These are not the teams to challenge at the rim. The best in the NBA in shot blocking. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball.
We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Portland, they currently hold the 4th best record in the conference.
Checking out Portland, what's impressive is they've reached much of their potential this year. The big question, though, people are asking is, do they have what it takes to become a front runner?
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
On the wing, Irving. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Simons against Irving. Now here's Simons, guarded closely. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
In the paint, Simons really has to go up against it. Credit to him for sticking with that play and seeing some daylight in there.
And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures and different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
Justice Winslow, one of those players where basketball runs deep. You know, his dad was a member of that legendary Phi Slamma Jamma team at the University of Houston with Drexler and Elijah.
And Winslow had success of his own in college, winning a national championship at Duke in 2015.
Yeah, BA, as awesome as that is for Justice Winslow, it's been interesting to watch the career path. He's been tried at several different positions. He's had some serious injuries that have had him reshape his body in ways, but it's about finding what position he can be effective at. And through it all, he's kept working.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Payton finds Simons over Irving, and too long on the shot.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Simmons is doubled. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, Simmons' size and strength make him a tough cover inside. The defense gets sloppy, and of course they foul him.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Portland has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. There's Simons with a 3. The rebound by Ben Simmons. Simmons has got his 6th rebound on the night. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Simmons has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Grant. There's Simons with a 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one could make a big difference.
Here's Grant. No good with a jumper from the wing. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by 5. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. What separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Nash was going over with this team. He told the squad, run when you have the chance. We can't score all of our points in the half court. Push the rock. Let's see if they listen to Coach. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Sharp are the guards, and it's Hart in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And that one's good. Irving.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Portland has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. To the wing, right side. Grant in the post. Durant's there. Grant, the pass to Lillard. Over Irving.
First personal foul.
Brooklyn trailing. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Misses in close. The Trailblazers shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Grant finds Lillard. Back to Grant. Pass to Lillard. Now here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Here's Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Sharp. Lillard outside. Pass to Hart. Launches it. The shot no good. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. You know, one thing Kyrie Irving has talked about is reclaiming his power.
Well, he has stopped listening to the outside voices telling him what to do. Finding his own purpose and his identity. And at times, that's meant being something of a renegade. Here in the second half, they've really gone cold from the line, and it's hurting their chances.
The Nets have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Durant. And the layup is good off the glass.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Grant finds Hart. Here's Sharp. Lillard outside. Pass to Sharp. Fires the three. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. It's stolen by Hart. Soft touch off the glass. And it's an 8-point Portland lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. It could be a difference maker in the result.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance.
Well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
People were worried.
The previous play is under review.
In every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Simons has checked in for Lillard.
And coming into Summer League, Sharp was kind of a mystery man. So it's great to see him play at a high level and get a real sense for his talents.
The Nets have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Simons against Irving. Pass to Grant. Shoots over Durant. Durant's shot is off.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Oh, impressive play from Simmons, showing he can step up and be the guy on offense when he has to.
There's a screen. Out to the wing. Grant left side. And here's Simons outside. Durant pulls it in.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Durant in the post, guarded by Durant.
There's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Irving. And it's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Sharp. Back to Simons. Here's the three. Money from deep.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Here's Irving. Shoots over Grant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, not much phases Kyrie Irving. I mean, I love him in this clutch spot.
He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop. And an intentional foul right there.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Here's Durant. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for Portland. And 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
So it's Portland picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But
all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Follow like Titanic. Sounded like Do-Re-Mi, like a zombie running.
And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets mean business. A shot from earlier on coming down the tunnel, ready to put a show on here at home. So Memphis will get the first possession. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Bane passes to Brooks. Simmons with the defensive effort. Brooklyn with the ball. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Boy, you think about a team that was as heavily laden with talent as the Brooklyn Nets were when they had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. But obviously injuries played a part. The trade, the big trade happens. A lot of bumps in the road for a roster that looked built to contend.
Now, here's Bane. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Adams sets the pick for Bane. Feeds to Adams. Back to Bane. Shot clock at 6. Nailed from three-point land. Morant's got 5. Despite the Nets' shifting lineup stores, they're still fairly dominant.
Well, that's a credit to their organization. You have to be able to push aside the drama, shut out the noise, and when the ball is tipped, just focus on the game right in front of you.
Now Morant, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving, bangs home the trifecta.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide-open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And he gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Durant down low. Guarded by Morant.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Durant hits them both. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
And it's Irving missing.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And that one's good. Morant's got his 3rd basket of the night. Nets trail by 6. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Irving, good.
The number of ways Kyrie Irving can finish on the interior is something to behold. Left, right, over defender, doesn't matter.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Let's give it up for Team Hart.
Clark, the pass to Tillman. Takes a step back. Some nice passing there by Memphis. To the middle. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Williams.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Simmons. Now Irving. This game with 30 points. Count the basket.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Jones against Irving. Clark a screen on Irving. Jones the pass to Clark. A rebound by the Nets.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Irving. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Williams with the ball, outguarded by Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the screen. Jones for 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. In the corner, Simmons with it. Clark against Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So difficult to stay down on that pump fake. Irving sells it so well.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. No good on the 2nd free throw.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Clark into the lane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
And there, Clark showing a little burst, trying to create some offense. He has the athleticism, and the defense isn't necessarily expecting it.
It's stolen by Jones. Over Claxton. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next youth dead team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
The guard set is Irving and Curry. Simmons and Durant are in at forward. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the Nets 5.
And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Now here's Irving. 8 points for him. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin helped. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out. Now living up to that massive potential. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Simmons against Brooks. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. And the 3 off target. Nets trail by 6. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Jackson. Brooks outside. The pass to Clark. Down low. Stolen by Durant. Irving with it. Guarded now by Clark. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here's Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
For Brooklyn, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Adams comes in for Clark. And it's Bane in for Dylan Brooks. Now here's Morant. Playing Oklahoma City, he was nearly unstoppable. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 5. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. That's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And here is Irving. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bane. Outside for Curry. Back to Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And it's 13 points for Kyrie Irving. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Morant passes to Bane. And it's off from three-point range. Irving against Morant. And the rejection by Morant.
And how about using that impressive vertical on defense? Morant has the ability to block shots when in position.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Tillman, he's checked in for Jackson. Williams comes in for John Conchar. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. Jones against Irving. To the paint. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
the D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Jones looking for an opening. With the teardrop. No good that time. Great D that time from Irving. Here's Irving. He's got 13. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. Irving against Jones. Passes it to Tillman. Jones with it. From past the arc. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Irving missing.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Knocked loose. Right side Payne. Outside Williams. Pass to Jones. Lets it go with a 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Irving. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Memphis, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it.